If you are in the United Kingdom and you're trying to figure out how to watch the FIFA World Cup 2026 without confusion, without missing matches, and without getting stuck in last-minute streaming issues, then this is exactly what you need to hear. Because the truth is, the World Cup is no longer just something you turn on the TV and watch. It has become a mix of broadcast rights, streaming platforms, mobile apps, smart TVs, highlights packages, and time zone challenges that can easily confuse even long-time football fans. So let's break it down in a simple, clear, and realistic way so you know exactly what to expect when the tournament kicks off across the United States, Canada, and Mexico in 2026. First, the most important thing to understand is that in the United Kingdom, World Cup matches are almost always broadcast through official, free-to-air national broadcasters. Traditionally, this has been shared between the BBC and ITV. These two networks have been the home of major international football tournaments for years, and for most fans in the UK, this is still the most likely and easiest way to watch the World Cup. What that means for you is simple. If you have a television in your home with a standard TV license, you will most likely be able to watch the majority, if not all, of the World Cup 2026 matches completely free on either BBC channels or ITV channels. One match might be on BBC One, another on ITV One, and they usually alternate throughout the tournament, so both broadcasters share coverage. And it doesn't stop at traditional TV anymore. In 2026, streaming will be just as important as television, maybe even more important for younger viewers and people who prefer watching on their phones, laptops, or tablets. Both BBC and ITV now offer strong streaming platforms. The BBC has iPlayer and ITV has ITVX. These platforms allow you to stream live matches in real time, rewatch full games, or catch highlights if you miss anything. So even if you're not sitting in front of a TV, you are not going to miss the action. As long as you have internet access and a registered account on those platforms, you can follow every moment of the tournament from anywhere in the UK. Now let's talk about something many people forget: time zones. The 2026 World Cup is being hosted across North America, which means matches will be played in the United States, Canada, and Mexico. For viewers in the UK, this creates a big difference in timing. Some matches will kick off in the afternoon UK time, which is perfect, but many group stage matches may also happen late at night or even after midnight. This is important because it changes how you plan your viewing experience. You might not be able to watch every single match live unless you adjust your sleep schedule. However, this is where streaming platforms become very useful. You can watch replays the next morning without spoilers, or catch highlights quickly before school, work, or daily activities. Another thing to keep in mind is that the World Cup is no longer just about watching full matches. There is now a massive ecosystem of content around it. BBC and ITV both provide pre-match analysis, halftime discussions, post-match breakdowns, and expert commentary from former players. This adds a lot of depth to the viewing experience and helps you understand tactics, formations, and key moments that you might miss just watching casually. Now, you might also be wondering about mobile viewing. In 2026, mobile will play a huge role in how people consume football content. If you are commuting, at school, or outside, you will still be able to stream matches or watch live updates on your phone. Both BBC iPlayer and ITVX are designed for mobile devices, and they are very stable as long as you have a decent internet connection. But there is one important detail you should not ignore. You will need a valid UK TV license if you are watching live TV broadcasts or using live streaming services like BBC iPlayer. This is a legal requirement in the UK, and it applies even when you are watching on your phone, laptop, or tablet. Now, let's go a bit deeper into the overall viewing experience. The FIFA World Cup is not just another football tournament. It is the biggest sporting event in the world. That means broadcasters go all out with production quality. You can expect ultra high definition coverage, multiple camera angles, slow motion replays, tactical analysis graphics, and pitch-side reporting from some of the biggest football journalists in the UK. This is especially important in 2026, because the tournament will feature more teams than ever before, expanded group stages, and more matches overall. That means more content, more games, and more opportunities for fans in the UK to watch their favourite teams. Another major factor is highlights. Even if you cannot watch full matches, you will not be left behind. BBC and ITV both provide quick highlight reels shortly after matches end. These are usually available within minutes after the final whistle, and they are perfect if you just want goals, key moments, or match summaries without spending 90 minutes watching a full game. Social media will also play a huge role. Platforms like YouTube, TikTok, and X will be filled with match clips, reactions, fan opinions, and analysis. While these are not official broadcasts, they are part of the modern football experience. Many fans in the UK actually follow matches in real time through a mix of live TV and social updates. If you are planning to fully enjoy the World Cup 2026, one of the best things you can do is prepare your setup early. Make sure your TV is working properly, your streaming apps are updated, and your internet connection is stable. Many people underestimate how many viewers will be online at the same time during big matches, especially knockout games, semi-finals, and the final. Also, think about how you want to experience the tournament. Some fans prefer watching alone for full focus, while others turn it into social events with friends and family. In the UK, World Cup matches often become gatherings in living rooms, pubs, and viewing parties, especially when England is playing. Speaking of England, when the national team plays, viewership in the UK spikes massively. These matches are usually scheduled for prime viewing slots when possible, and they become nationwide events. Expect full coverage, emotional commentary, and intense public engagement during those games. Now, even though most coverage is expected to be free to air, there is always a chance that additional premium content could appear, such as behind-the-scenes documentaries, extended analysis shows, or special subscription-based features. However, the core matches themselves are almost always kept accessible to the public in the UK. One more thing worth mentioning is accessibility features. Modern broadcasts now include subtitles, audio descriptions, and multiple language commentary options. This ensures that the World Cup is inclusive for all viewers across the UK, regardless of hearing or visual ability. At the end of the day, watching the FIFA World Cup 2026 in the United Kingdom will be easier than ever before, but also more flexible than ever before. You are no longer tied to a single television in your living room. You can watch on your TV, your phone, your laptop, or even while travelling, as long as you have access to official broadcasting platforms. So whether you are a hardcore football fan planning to watch every single match, or a casual viewer who only tunes in for the knockout stages, you will have full access to one of the biggest sporting events on the planet. And when the first whistle blows in 2026, all you really need is simple access to BBC or ITV platforms, a stable internet connection if you are streaming, and a bit of free time to enjoy the drama, the goals, the upsets, and the unforgettable moments that only a World Cup can deliver.